Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Oh, happy day, happy day, happy day. Celebrating our beautiful little princess Lilibet's birthday. I know all of Sussex Squad, at least I see on social media, are all celebrating. And, different news outlets are also celebrating little one here's birthday. Of course, we don't have an updated photo of little Princess Lilibet because the Sussexes have been keeping them private, which thank God I don't want to see her. I mean, if they show her, fine, but I very much like the fact that they have been keeping her and Prince Archie of Sussex all very private so that they can have some semblance of a normal life. And so our little princess is 3 today. So she is in that I not a baby phase. So don't you dare call her a baby. So oh, so precious, so very precious. And I know from the Harry and Meghan docu series, they said she's very much looks like a Spencer with the reddish hair and the blue eyes. And I don't know if that's still the case because you know how kids, they look like one thing when they're little and then they change and they grow into something very different. I think Prince Archie is like that. I think now he's a little, at least it seems from the photos, that he's a little darker than he was when he was a baby. And now he has the curly hair like Meghan's. And so he may be favoring Meghan's side of the family a little bit more than Harry's side. And Princess Lilibet's favoring more the Spencers. So, at least that was what they said back then, which was like 2 years ago. So who knows what she looks like now? Because again, kids change. So very, very, very cool. Apparently, according to People magazine, who I saw the article and just sort of looked through it, skimmed through it, and they wrote this. It looks like 5 to 6 paragraph article over something that they could have literally just put in a paragraph or a half or one paragraph. Or that the Sussexes had a birthday party for her over the weekend, and they invited some of her school friends, like family friends, and some of her school or daycare or whatever she is in, preschool, whatever she is in. But they invited some of her little friends from there. And then they proceeded to write about all these, and it's just like, y'all could have just put this in literally one sentence, or one paragraph, even being a little generous with things. And it's just like, zhoosh. So, breaking news: mother and father and brother had a party for baby on Saturday because it's a birthday. That's exclusive and everything. I'm telling you, the press is so funny. But whatever it is they did on her birthday, I know this little one, hope she had a fantastic time. Don't know who the family and friends were. Don't know if Tyler was there because Tyler is goddaddy and everything. And so don't know if any of the Spencers were there. We don't know anything. So whatever it is, I'm sure they all had a great time because again, she's 3. So give a kid some water, a stick, and something sweet, like, that they could just literally stick their hand in, put it in their mouth, they'll run off and play with the water and the stick. That's all they need, literally. A bucket of water, a stick, and maybe a cardboard box. Yeah, water, stick, cardboard box, some cake stuff they could stick their hand in and stick it in their mouth, and they will run off and play for the rest of the time with just that. That's all you need. And and of course some supervision, especially with the water. And so if you give a kid, that, that's all they will just sit there and enjoy this. A lot of times, as if you're a parent, I used to teach little ones like this, and as a parent, one of the biggest complaint was they would buy all these toys for the kids and the kids end up playing with the box. Yeah, because the box, they could use their imagination. With the ready-made toy, there's no imagination there. So with a box or a stick, and water, they could use their imagination all day. And they rather that. So hopefully Lilibet had all of those things. She could jump and make puddles and all of those things with her water, her stick, where she could do whatever with, other than, beating other kids. Well, I'm not saying that. But and whatever it is they did, I hope they had a fantastic time. Hello, my friends in the chat. How are you doing? Welcome. Lakivia is here and Annie is here. Rafaela, hello. Celebrating Miss Princess Lilibet. Annie is here. Olive, Karen, Emma, awesome moderator. Hello. Black Queen, our awesome moderator, is here. Hello, guys. And who else is here? Going down. And if you need any links, Black Queen has so graciously posted some links for the channel. Thank you, Black Queen, our awesome moderator. I appreciate it. So if you need any of those links, just look at Black Queen's post, and you can be able to click on it and find it. So yeah. Who else is here? Church Nelly is here. Hey, Church Nelly, how are you? Wait, what is up with Rafaela's brother? Rafaela, wait, did I miss something? Oh, wait. Rafaela says, my dear Black Queen, my brother is so thanks. I hope difficult and complicated post-operative course, but I hope well. Oh man, well, pray for your brother, Rafaela. Thank you for letting us know. I'm telling you, in the midst of all celebration, there is always, life happens. And so we all have family and friends who are, having different medical issues. So yes, please, it's great to know that there are many people in the squad that pray, and many of our prayers have been answered, thank goodness. So we'll definitely be praying for your brother as well. So yes. Who else is here? Perlina is here. Let's see. Who else is in the chat? Oh, hi, Sonia. Sonia is here. Marvin is here. Hello, Marvin. And Rafaela, thank you so much for your donation, your super sticker. Really, I appreciate your support. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dina is here. Thank you, Dina. Hey. Oh wait, this is new. I've not seen you here before. So Charity Abuagiva. Abowagiwa. I think I just butchered that, but give me a phonetics, Charity. Let me know how to say your last name. I'm obsessed with learning how to say last names. So let me know how to say it and I can say it properly. But I'm happy you're here. So yes. Let's see. Who else is? Oh, Joan, I see. Wait, did I just see Joan? Yeah, hey, Joan Garcia is here. Caneta is here. Hello, guys. Terry, hi. I haven't been on here on a live in a while, so I'm very happy that you guys are here and I can chat with you for a bit. Lola is here. And who else is in the chat? Robert! Hello, Robert, joining us from Rome. Please have a cranberry spritzer for me. Enjoy. I could taste it all the way to New York. So I'm happy you're here. Ruth C is here. Marvin, well, I did think it just said Marvin. Marvin is here, yes. And anyway, we'll say hello to all of our other friends. Oh, hi, John. John Jenkins is here. And so, yeah, we'll say hello to everyone else as we go along. But yes, today is all about celebrating this lovely one's birthday. And I just love these photos. Of course, this is when little Lily, petite Lily, was she was a baby newborn then. And I love this photo with her, Harry kissing her in the nose, like, oh. And of course, the picture on the left, that's Meghan's hand, even though it's not Harry's, but it's okay. I just love that. It went with what I wanted to do with this slide. So, and of course, this is Harry's hand. She was laying on Harry as a newborn, and Harry is playing with her nose. And remember, this is from Harry and Meghan's docu-series. So on Netflix, if you have not seen it, and if you have not seen it, in the year of our Lord 2024, we are taking your squatty card. So there, The rest of us have seen it like a million times probably by now. So if you have not seen it, your squatty card will be revoked. So there, don't admit to not seeing it. Just go see it. So there. But love these, and then look at Lily with Mama. How beautiful are these? I mean, goodness. And of course, we know that the one on the far right was her, what's it that her first birthday when she had it at Frogmore and invited all the family members, and some of them came and some of them didn't. We'll not go into that today. But yeah, that was her first birthday at Frogmore, and Misan took this photo of her, actually with her and Meghan, and also Misan's wife and kids were also part of this photo. But we only got this one. We only edit it down to just Lily and Meghan. So there. And of course, the rest of them are from the Harry and Meghan docuseries. I love that. Harry and Meghan gave us really, and a lot of what they gave us was, we don't really see their faces. And so again, so we don't know what they look like now, really. And of course, the photo on the left, I love it with Archie with his new curly hair. So he definitely has Meghan's hair. Meghan's hair naturally is very curly, even though she wears it all straightened out now. She has naturally very, very long curly hair, really big hair. So straightening it out, just it thins it out. But yeah. And of course, I love the photo in the bottom with Harry and Meghan holding her walking. And of course, she's Daddy's little girl and Daddy's shoulder up there. And you can see Frogmore Cottage in the back. And the photo on the right, if you don't know, this is when she was celebrating her first birthday at Frogmore. And Archie climbing on the table. And so, yeah, I mean, I love these photos. I'm like, oh, this little munchkin is now 3. Oh, my goodness. They grow so fast. I mean, I am not a parent. And I know from when I taught art to children, and sometimes I'll have the same, we'll end one, I don't know if you call it a semester, but one session of like, I don't know, 12 weeks, whatever it is, and then going to another. And by the time I see some of them again, they are just like no longer babies. They're like, 2 and going on 3. And they're like, how did you grow so fast? And I always feel like I'm not prepared, because in my mind, they're still these little kids. And it's just like, I don't know how you do it as a parent. I don't know. And maybe it is because you live with them every day. So it's not as drastic for you because you see them, the progression. But for someone who don't see them all the time, all of a sudden it's like, oh, how did you get to be that fat? How did you get to be that, big? And so, yeah, very, very cool. So our little one is celebrating. And so whatever it is they're doing. And again, apparently they had their birthday party on Saturday. So whatever they're doing now, hopefully they're having fun. I'm assuming they're all having fun with baby Lily being 3. I have not paid attention to the press, so I don't know what's in the press. I can just imagine it's the same royals didn't wish her happy birthday nonsense. I've muted all of them, so I don't know what they're saying about it. So yeah. John says, happy birthday to Her Royal Highness Lilibet Diana. You're universally loved. Oh, I know, so adorable. Let's see who else is wishing happy birthday to Lily. Let's see. Oh, wait. It's jumping up to the top. Lakivia and Rafaela, they're all wishing happy birthday. I may have clicked on some of these before. So yeah. Let's see. Before we move on. And yes, I know I see many people here praying for Rafaela's brother. So yes, we will all definitely be doing that. So yes. Let's see. Charity says, happy birthday! Happy 3rd birthday to Princess Lilibet Diana, Lilibet of Sussex. And I love the fact that they're using their Sussex as their last name as opposed to Mountbatten Windsor, because usually Mountbatten Windsor is reserved for those who don't I guess are not titled in this way, they have the option of using Mountbatten Windsor. So I'm glad that they're using the, I mean, if they chose to go, all Princess Diana and use Spencer, I would have been fine, or Raglan Spencer, which is what I was voting for when they left Shutter Island, was that they were going to use Raglan Spencer or Spencer Raglan, however they wanted to do it. But Sussex is fine too. That's their title. So there you go. Very cool. Let's see. Going down. Emerald, hi Emerald, and was like, "Hey squaddies, as we celebrate Princess Lily's third birthday." Let's see. And it's so funny. I wasn't into the name Lilibet for so long, and now I actually really like it. I like it for her, and I was just like, "Oh!" So I find myself now always using Lilibet, Princess Lilibet. So don't ask. I know the drama, but I don't know. It's I think it's grown on me, I think is what it is. So yeah. Let's see. Gracie wishing her, hello everyone, happy birthday to Princess Lily Diana. There you go. Let's see. Gwendolyn also sending her wishes. Good day, squaddies everywhere. Happy birthday to Princess Lilibet. Let's see. And Mashar also wishing happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Mashar. Happy birthday, Princess Elizabeth. 3 of Sussex. There you go. So, anyways, let's see. Joan says, I wonder what type of cake Meghan made for Lilibet's birthday and if Archie helped. That's very interesting one because Meghan is a great as a chef. And I know when they were in the UK, they had the bakery that one of their friends who has I guess a pastry shop and I think she made their wedding cake, also made Lily's first birthday cake. So I'm assuming Meghan is making this, but maybe they ordered it in, who knows. So yeah, it'll be interesting. They haven't shared anything about the kids. Someone mentioned that maybe they'll share something at the family to celebrate Harry's 40th birthday in September. Who knows? But again, I like the fact that they're not putting their kids out there, that their kids' privacy is of the essence, and that because again, if we don't know what they look like, the kids could be anywhere and they could be going around and nobody knows who they are, so they have a little bit better chance of having some semblance of normalcy in their lives. So that's for the better. So my thing is, when they are 18, if the Lord keeps me here alive, when they're 18, then I'll be like, okay, be very happy to see them. They can introduce themselves to the world. They'll be of age. Until then, I can wait. Let them just have a great life. So yeah. Anyways, what else is going on in the royal world? Not a whole lot, because right now it's going into summer. The royals have been on vacation pretty much the entire year. And now with the election coming up, they're really on vacation. Our faves, since they came back from Nigeria, have been under their tree as well. And so there is not much going on, but I am sure everybody has seen this. If you have not, if you've been under a rock somewhere or just busy and doing other things, I totally understand. You may not have seen this, but I'm assuming much of the squatty world would have seen where Meghan wrote a thank you letter to, as she says, Your Imperial Majesty. I love that. I absolutely love that. That she wrote to the Imperial Majesty. Says, I am deeply humbled by your blessing of the traditional Yoruba name, Adetokunbo. I treasure the name and appreciate your trust in me to carry it with dignity and grace. I love this. Our visit to Nigeria as it was important for many reasons, but not least because it gave us an opportunity to explore and understand my heritage, which extends to our children. we look forward to coming back home one day soon. And I just realized I should have brought in his name. And this is one of the kings that, one of the four kings, at least first we thought it was three, but it's four. And that gave her the name, and basically, really just welcomed her in, even though everyone else were very welcoming too. But they came, and from all their different kingdoms, and took the time to come out and welcomed her. And as Harry put it, they had this naming ceremony where they gave her this name. And I apologize, I meant to include his name into it, and I realized I forgot, and I can't say it. So I apologize for that. But if you have not seen this, I will post it in the community page. I know that 99.9% of squatties have seen and heard of this. So yeah, but it was just a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Again, I will always remember Harry was like, well, we can dispense with all the formalities since we're family now. And I love that. And I posted an article from, I think it's called the Punch article that I read in the last episode, the last royal episode, I should say. And I love how he closed it, that Meghan is one of theirs and Harry is their son-in-law. And I love that. And that's the kind of vibe that they had that day. It was just, our daughter has come home and she's brought in our son-in-law, and they are loved and celebrated. And I absolutely love this. So it's beautiful that Meghan, and I love how she put that that they trusted her to carry it out with grace and dignity, which she has in abundance. And she has carried out in the face of the most brutal attacks, brutal racism, sexism, xenophobia. In the face of all of those things, she has carried out the Sussex title with more grace and dignity than she should have had to have. Anybody should have had to, and she's been through and endured things that people should never had to go through. She should have never. And yet her head is up high, and she has been carrying that Sussex title from those dastardly people with grace and dignity. So this is a given, and I love that. And she said that they trusted her to carry it out, and girl, you have it in abundance. So yes, and thank you, kings. And again, I apologize for not having his name. That is bad of me, so apologize about that. But I love that she called him your Imperial Majesty. Ooh. She's never had to call any of the royals in the UK your Imperial Majesty. So there. She only refers to the Queen. She refers to the Queen as Her Majesty. But I love that. I absolutely love that. So yeah. Let me see if anyone in the chat probably has his name. I am so sorry, guys. I apologize. I don't know why I didn't. That's crazy of me. But let's see. Oh, let's see. I'm just looking at this. Oh, Darlin. Hello, Darlin. Darling Payan. I've never seen you on here before. Welcome. Darlin says, Petal, please include a link for donation organizations, please. If it's not already in the chat, Church Nelly or Black Queen, if they don't already have it, I will put it on our community page. So check out our community page. You will find the links there. I will link it after this episode. So check out the links there for, some of them are already there, but it's been a while. It was a while ago that I put them there. So I will update them and put them, because I know, obviously the amount that they've made has definitely gone up. So thank you all for donating. And so I will put the links there so that if you'd like to donate, you can go ahead and donate. So thank you, darling, for mentioning this. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Donna. Donna says, hey, squatties, at work listening on the down low. Happy birthday, sweet Lily. Yes, please listen on the download. Nobody hear you. So there you go. And so, yes, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. I love the download listening. So there you go. Very honored. What else is happening in the world? And again, Harry and Meghan have been very quiet, but it's so wild because the last episode, I think, yeah, it was the last episode when we were reading that Punch article where the journalist was commenting on a I think it was from the British press, the news article from the British press, one of their tabloid outlets, uh, really slamming Harry for speaking to Nigerian girls about mental health and how dare he bring his basically California mumbo jumbo to girls in Nigeria who doesn't need it, and that and basically in a way like for either they're not worthy of people caring about their mental health, or that nobody cares about what Harry has to say about mental health. And I'm glad the writer from, if you many of you I think have read the article, and I'm glad that the article pointed out the mental health struggles in Nigeria, whether it's young girls and their, the impact of wars and kidnappings and stuff had on them, or the military, to point out how disgusting and false that narrative from that British press reporter was, basically claiming Harry had no right to bring his mental health message or his mental health advocacy to Nigeria. And I mean, the ignorance of these people, and this is why so many times I've brought on here all these different reporters who slam Harry and Meghan are exactly the ones that need the mental help, because they would go then off and write their or talk about their own lives and their own stories about all the mental health troubles that they're in. Yet when Harry is speaking about it, they attack him for it. And it's just like, I don't understand how these people think at all. So anyways, so it was just very interesting that we did that the last royal episode that I did. And here it is. Vanity Fair interviewed one of the people from GNCO, which GNCO, if you don't know, is David Oyelowo's foundation in Nigeria. It's a scholarship foundation in Nigeria that Archewell, Harry and Meghan's charity, their philanthropic side of Archewell, they have teamed up with GNCO. Not only they provide stuff. Last year they sent backpacks with all these what do you call, female health products and all of that stuff. And now they have expanded their project and program with GNCO to include mental health, including one of they started when the first day they were in Nigeria with a mental health summit. And so they have extended their partnership to include not just the stuff for period and not just the stuff for, that girls need. They also expanded it to include mental health workshops and summits and all of those stuff, and maybe personal help for the girls as well. So Vanity Fair interviewed someone from GNCO, and so they wrote this whole article. It says, how Prince Harry's own struggle with mental health inspire Nigerian students. And again, if you had seen any of the videos from that first day, you would know that article, you would know how ridiculous that article was and how just harmful really it was. It says, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex definitely lit a spark that were just happy to keep going and growing. Afam Oniima, CEO of GNCO Foundation, which organized a mental health summit for teens in partnership with Archewell, says Vanity Fair. And so here's a little bit of the article. And I'm just going to move my banner from the bottom there so I can read this properly. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you know when we drop a video. And click the notification bell so you know it'll alert you when we drop a video. But onto the article, it says Onyema told Vanity Fair that Harry gave a speech outlining some of his own mental health struggles, and it had a visible impact on the students. He inspired those kids to open up and realize it's okay to not be okay, he said. They were inspired so much by Harry and Meghan. From the questions they asked about mental health, you could tell they were so hungry to learn. Harry and Meghan first partnered with the foundation in 2023 when they supported a program to distribute period supplies and provide education about menstruation to 2,500 girls in Nigeria. Late last year, Archewell approached Onyema with the idea for a program that would expand on that previous support by adding in a mental health component for all genders. With the help of a licensed psychiatrist and a team of physiologists, G&Co created a 2-day curriculum focusing on mental health basics and their applications to teen life. And I mean, how amazing is that? Because again, the stigma of mental health, is one, there's the stigma, Harry and Meghan were there for the wounded in the military. So that's one stigma they had to deal with. They're also dealing with mental health. And I'm so happy that they have decided to include mental health here as well, because a lot of these girls and a lot of their families were subject to some form of brutal treatment in their lives. A lot of them face kidnappings, brutal, whether it's physical, sexual, mental abuse. I mean, there's so many things that are going on in these girls' lives. And so many times, as we know, we focus on the physical. Are they physically okay? And no one really pays attention, or not as much attention, on what they're going through mentally. And I'm so happy to see that Harry and Meghan and G&Co, and actually G&Co, some of the people that are a part of G&Co, I think, they are in the medical field. So it's really great to see that that they brought in, it wasn't just Harry and Meghan there talking, but they brought in people, experts in these areas, to be a part of this. So these girls can get ongoing care. It's not just Harry and Meghan came and talk and then that's it. So now they can move forward and have these people in their lives. They have people they can turn to as they are going through their issues. I mean, they're already teenagers, so you already have, without all of the other issues, as a teen, you already have issues to deal with. And then on top of that, all of the other traumas that these girls are going through. I am so happy to see this. So again, when you compare what is actually happening on the ground, which is what that Punch article was talking about, when you compare the impact that Harry and Meghan had on the ground in Nigeria, and you compare that to the horrendous narrative from the UK, it is, gosh, this is why I blocked them. Because after a while, the level of stupidity is just too high. You just can't. You feel like you lose brain cells if you pay attention to what they're saying over there. So yeah. Let's see. Wait, what? I'm sorry. I just saw this, Black Queen, but thank you for your donation. She says, Pedal Squatties, tomorrow is Church Nelly's surgery. Let's all pray for her successful surgery and a speedy recovery. We love you, Church. Oh my goodness, Church Nelly is here. Hi, Church Nelly. I had no idea I haven't been doing a live for a minute, so I didn't realize. So my goodness, of course, we will be praying for your surgery tomorrow. So yes, we're sending you lots of love as you prepare for it. And do you know, is it something where you come back right away, or is it something where you have to stay? If you don't want to share, that's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot, Church Nelly. But I just, was asking if you would be in the hospital for a while, or if you would be, it's something where you go in and you recover at home. So either way, we will definitely be praying for you. Again, life happens. Life is happening all over. And so, yes. And thank you, Black Queen, for alerting us about that. So yes, thank you all so much. Let's see. Joan Garcia says Harry and Meghan are such inspiration to people who need it, along with this with other squaddies. I'm so proud of them. Oh, perfect. Yes, exactly. I feel the exact same, Joan. They really are. And a lot of the people who critique or criticize what they're doing are the ones that desperately need. It's kind of like they don't want to admit they're desperately needed, so let's attack. So yeah. Let's see. Petro says, I don't understand much about online donation as I am a dinosaur. Going to as anyone else to do for me. As soon as I know more about the web, I will contribute in whatever way I can. Okay, that's fine, Petros. Please don't feel please don't feel like pressured or anything like that into doing it if you're not able. And if you're interested in doing and you want to do it, I'm assuming if you have family or friends around you that could show you how to do it. I unfortunately right now I don't know how if something you can do in person. I don't know how you do that. So I honestly don't have any of that information. But if you want to do it, definitely having a family, don't give your card or any of that information to anyone, but some family or family member that you trust or friend that you trust may be able to help you navigate that. So yeah, and a good way of learning the internet, and I think it's something that everyone, no matter how, whether it's age or culture or whatever, the reason why you're not up basically with what's and how to navigate either the computer or social media or the internet period. I think a great way to learn is a library. Libraries around the country, they give classes, they have free computers there. You can go and practice and just know there's nothing you can't mess it up. So and there are also librarians there who would be more than happy, at least my librarians here are usually more than happy to help. And again, they do have classes at the libraries that can help you learn how to use it. And if you're on the internet, and they're also, you can, and if you know how, you know how to do Google because you're here. So on Google, just type how to use, pick a subject, and I guarantee you there is a video of how to do it. And so Google and YouTube are my friends when I want to learn how to do something, because there is always a video, a how-to video, and you can, go at your own pace and how you learn stuff. So those are just a couple of ways or just pick up a book at the library or at a bookstore of how to do it. Because again, we're in an age where we're getting to the point of, if we don't know this stuff and if we don't know how to navigate, then much of our life would be reduced, because a lot of this stuff is now, on the computer, and none of this stuff is now stuff that you need to do on the computer. A lot of the doing stuff, physical stuff, is being taken away. So I encourage everyone, if you don't know, definitely making a point to learn at least how to navigate the internet. So yeah, but moving on with that. But I appreciate your heart so much, Petros. I appreciate it. Again, if you just want to share it with your family and friends for now, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Every bit helps. So yeah. Let's see. Patricia sending good wishes to church. It says, ChurchNet and you are in God's beloved hands. Yes, you are. So he will take care of you tomorrow, my dear. So yes, Vanzola sending you also healing prayers, sending healing and prayers in the name of the Father and Son and the Holy Spirit. I know you will have a successful recovery and operation. And so, yes, that's from Vanzola. And Church Nelly, yes, thank you so much, Church Nelly, for allowing. She says, yes, Petal, tomorrow surgery to remove left kidney, both fallopian tubes, and mass over ovaries. Wow, that's a lot. So, okay, much prayers, Trish Nelly. Thank you for sharing with us. And we will definitely be praying that and I'm going to pray that you're able to, as quickly as possible, be in your own home, in your own space, relaxing with your family. So, yeah, nobody wants to spend a lot of time in the hospitals. Rather be home with the family and friends. So we'll definitely be praying for you and have a successful surgery tomorrow. So Sharon is also sending you some prayers. And yes. And Black Queen says, Church End, please keep us posted on your post-op. Please have someone update us just in case you can't do so immediately. We'll be worried if we don't hear from you tomorrow. Yes, we will. And we'll all be asking, have you heard from Church Nelly? Have you heard from Church Nelly? So Church Nelly, you have my email as well. I mean, if you'd like to share it with me or others, that's fine. Just so you know, it's always factsand2cents@gmail.com. So that is my email. Anybody wants to email me can find me there, factsand2cents@gmail.com. You can also find me on social media, Facts and 2 Cents, whether it's Spoutable, or you can find me at X at Facts and 2 Cents. Always just Facts and 2 Cents. So there. Anyway, what else is happening? And again, back to Harry. I am so proud of him and Meghan that they have not allowed the nonsense in the press to deter them from really going out there and helping others and share, whether it's teenagers, adults, military, families who have lost children, to bullying online, that they have seen the value of speaking about mental health, again, especially in areas where there is a stigma. And so I am just so proud of these two. I am so proud of the work that they do. And again, we're all still excited about what they, the great thing that they've done in Nigeria. And again, this article is from, it's from the organization. It's from GNCO. It's not from the Sussexes. It's from the leaders of GNCO who spoke with Vanity Fair about just how beneficial what Harry, especially what Harry was saying, and I'm so happy he is so open about his own mental health journey, because again, Harry and William and Kate had, they had their foundation and they had heads together. But since Harry has left, Harry is and also really among the three of them, Harry is the only one who has really gone out there and not just tell people what they think they should do to help their mental health, but shared his own struggle and what he has walked through, so that people see like, oh, wow, he's not just telling me what to do. He has been there and he's sharing with me what he has learned from his own journey. And so that is why his message, his mental health message, has been so impactful. So kudos to them. Kudos to Archwell and GNCO. We'll see all of the great things that they're going to be doing in the future. And speaking of head together, moving to Shutter Island, speaking of heads together, when I read the article, this is what I got from it. William is looking for his voice. Has anyone seen it? I mean, he can't find it anywhere. So this is the whole article, from the BBC. I mean, you kind of expect this kind of article from, say, Camilla Tominey from The Telegraph, or maybe Rebecca English from the Daily Fail, or one of those. But no, the BBC has to chime in with this nonsense. And again, the whole article is Prince William is looking for his voice. Has anyone seen it? He can't find it anywhere. He's been looking forever. And so part of this whole article is, some of it, well, I'll just read it. It says, while the king has returned to work with a burst of energy, it's unavoidable that there will still need to be an adjustment for his health. That means that's going to mean Prince William being pushed ever more clearly into the role of heir, sharing the burden. So right off the bat, we know that's not true. Sharing the burden, that thing is not true. I mean, when King Charles was apparently in the throes of his getting help for his quote unquote cancer, William was nowhere to be found. He didn't pick up anything from the king. He didn't pick up any of the slack from it. And as a matter of fact, if anybody they should write this about, would be Camilla. As you know what I think about Camilla, but at least Camilla was doing something. She was doing her little bit, which is, one or two events, but she actually is the one that stepped in to help her husband, not William. So this whole narrative of William sharing the burden, William picking up from King Charles, is nonsense. And again, this is coming from the BBC. It goes on to say it must feel like the weight of the world is on him. The future of the monarchy rests on his shoulders, says royal author Pauline McLaren. You don't know how William feels. This "it must feel" is her opinion of what she thinks he must feel. Again, William hasn't really been doing anything all year. He has been to less than, I swear, if he's done 10 engagements, that is a lot for the entire year. We're in the 6th month of the year, and William has not done much of anything. So this whole idea of the full weight and he's sharing burden, again, nonsense coming from the BBC. It doesn't help that going on. It says it doesn't help that there's an ocean-wide gap between William and his brother Harry. I don't understand why Harry is in this article. Harry has been gone for 4 years, almost going on maybe 5 years very soon, in like 6 months, or 9 months probably. But Harry has been gone, so I'm not sure why Harry is in this article. But moving on, it says, and swirling around the Princess of Wales' illness as she continues with her quote-unquote cancer treatment has been a toxic swamp of gas of social media gossip and crazy speculation. Again, those wouldn't be there if the Kensington Palace hadn't lied, manipulated, hid, been deceitful, outright lie, manipulate photos, put out AI, alleged AI videos, fake videos. I mean, this whole idea of the BBC, once again, the same BBC, remind you, is the one that still has not come clean with that supposed AI videos, so how that thing was shot and if it was an AI version or not, is trying to chastise social media. Notice they have not mentioned the press. Trying to chastise social media about social media gossip and crazy speculation. This wouldn't happen if William and Kate were honest in the first place. So the only person that should be getting the blame for this is William and Kate from Kensington Palace and their staff at Kensington Palace. People are just picking up what they have left off. So again, nonsense coming from the BBC, who again have not come clean about that supposed AI video. It must have felt, again, they didn't ask William, it's opinion, it must have felt as though the royal world used to traveling on a sedate pace of a carriage has turned into a white knuckle ride. The same royal family that has Prince Andrew in it. The same one that did nothing when, Diana, Meghan. Anyway, moving on. It says, at the center of this storm, what does Prince William himself want to achieve? That's been the question that I think we've been asking, I don't know, since I started this whole thing. What does he want to do? If you turn around, going on, it says, if you turn off all the background noise about the royals, what does he want to do with his role? The key word, according to sources close to Prince William, is impact. Rather than ribbon cutting, photo opportunities, and easy gimmicks, he wants to deliver projects that make tangible, measurable difference. He is asking, how do I use my platform for good to create positive change, says a royal source. He has big ambitions for what he can deliver. Going on, it says the monarch has to be relevant and he wants to modernize it, says Professor McLaren. As heir to the throne, he will have to have a look in the longer term to his own reign. He has been defining his own agenda, much of it overlapping with his father's interests and passions, says Sir Anthony. But it is at a time so many unknowns for Prince William, who has such a big public platform, but now has to find his own voice. Prince William has been looking for this voice for since I don't know when. I don't know who has his voice. I don't know who has it hidden somewhere, but he certainly hasn't been finding it. And I don't know anyone who has seen his voice wherever it is hidden. Because again, with this whole thing with finding the voice, Prince William have projects that if he puts his mind to these projects and if he's serious about doing the work, it can actually be effective. But Prince William wants to be a global statesman. He wants the popularity. He wants to be, the one hanging out with the prime ministers and the presidents and the Tom Cruises of the world and whatever the big celebrities, the David Beckhams of the world and sports and wherever. He wants to be the one hanging out with the celebrities. He doesn't want to do the hard work. And so note to Prince William, who is still trying to find his voice. Your voice is hiding in the hard work that you have been ignoring. Your voice is hiding in the hard work that you have been shying away from. That's where your voice is. And if you only go do it, you will find your voice. But we know he's not going to find it because he's not going to do the hard work. That was what Prince Harry was for. Harry was supposed to do the hard work and William hide behind Harry and take the credit. And that's why they're so angry at Harry for leaving. Because Harry now refuses to allow William to hide behind him and take credit for work that he doesn't deserve. That's why Harry has found his work. Find his voice. Because Harry is doing the hard work because that's where your voice is. It's in the hard work. And until William decides to do the hard work, he's never going to find his voice. 20 years down the road, we're going to still be having an article about William trying to find his voice. And it's ridiculous that the BBC of all places would write something that's maybe just speak the truth about where William is at 42. Who has all the opportunities in the world. He has projects that can help him find the voice. If he really puts his head and mind into the earth chart instead of doing this big celebrity nonsense that he does all the time with this, if he really, hook up with people who actually are environmentalists. Yes, he has that, I forgot what his name is, but really people who are out there in the field right now. And spend his time out there in the field right now. Forget about the videos and all the things that he's doing, which is really to promote himself, and do the hard work. Instead of just putting out the funding, go to these places and see and work with these organizations as they're doing whatever it is they're doing. Go work with the plants and not just one day where you bring the press so they can take cute photos of you and post it on their tabloids to make you look like you're doing something. No. Go do the hard work. Don't just go, he has this project in the Isle of Scilly. He was in the Isle of Scilly, a week ago? I think that's the same time that Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria, where he broke ground so they can do a health center there. So the people on the island could, instead of having to go to the mainland to go to the hospital or whatever, that would be there for them. That's a great project. And apparently they said that, he helped to make that project happen so they could, so that they start working on it right away. I think, the source for that information was a royal source. I think the BBC needed to go and interview the people who are actually doing the project to see William's actual contribution. Because we know when you see something like that from a royal source, it actually means William's staff has done something. Not William. William's staff has been hands-on, not William. Speak to the people on the ground. What has William actually been doing? He also has the homeless project. If he gets really get his hands dirty in these projects. That's where your voice is. Get away from the nonsense of with the British press of the global salesman nonsense. You're not now, and you're never ever going to be a global salesperson or global ambassador or whatever nonsense they want to claim that he is. That's not happening for you. You do not have the charisma. You don't have the intelligence. You don't have the work ethics to be that. That is not who you are. Focus on local things. Focus on achieving something locally and doing something, getting it to completion. You'll find your voice there. But he's not going to, because again, this is all about the press, about getting attention, getting popularity. And it's just like, again, 20 years from now, they're still going to be asking, where is William's voice? Maybe pay attention to what Harry is doing. This is the time I want you, the rest of the time, ignore Harry, you do you in the UK and ignore what the Sussexes are doing. But this is the time I would wish William would pay attention to what Harry is doing. Pay attention to what the Sussexes are doing. They're not just showing up for things. They're actually there involved in setting it up. They're doing the dirty work. They're doing the hard work to get things. They invite people to come. And so this is what you need to do. This is when he should be. This is, at least with the Sussexes, this is what he should be paying attention to. So I just wish someone in the British press would just be bluntly honest with William instead of these nonsense articles about what they think he should feel and, he wants to do this. He wants impact. Well, do the work. You'll get impact. That's how you get impact. Do the work. I wish they would start getting honest with him because, again, this man has not grown. The reason why he and Kate has not grown is because of nonsense like this. So, yeah, look, in as much as I can't, Sonia says, Petal, you're trying to get blood. They're going to get some of William's blood out of stones. He can't do anything but be incandescent with rage. I know. But the thing is, I'm always like, look, if you're alive, there is hope. Okay? If you're alive, there's hope. And the reason why, William is, I am not here for William or Kate. I know the impact. And if they are successful, if they do the work, people can get help. And I don't care who does the work. I don't care if it's Harry or Meghan or William and Kate or whomever. I don't care who does it. As long as the work gets done, because I know if the work gets done and it's successful, people benefit from it, whether it's homeless people, whether it's people, in that community who, instead of having to go to the mainland, could have a health center on their island, whether it's, again, the homeless thing or mental health. I know that if they are successful, why? Because they have the funds, they have the connections, the politicians are right there. They have all of the means available to make it successful. Because if it's successful, then people will get help. And so for me, I don't care who does it. As long as it's done and people get help. That's for me the bigger issue. And so, yes, I know with this one, it's, definitely like you said, Sonia, it's like trying to get blood out of a stone. But I want it to work because I want people to get help. I want people, in as much as they could be irritating sometimes, the projects that they have to be successful because, again, people benefit from it. Harry and Meghan are not in the UK. The UK needs help. One of the studies that I saw, was it 2 days ago? The UK has I think in the world, the largest homeless population in the world. I guess in Europe, I think it was in countries in Europe and the US. It wouldn't be Middle East because right now you would think Palestine, and maybe if you think Africa, then you think Congo and Sudan and stuff. But I think the study was about Europe and the US or something like that. And the UK has the largest homeless population, or at least people who don't have permanent homes. And the US is also on that list. So I know if they successfully use their money and the connections and the land, all, I mean, they are the biggest landowners. If they were to use these things, people would get help. People would have homes. If they were to, come up with some brilliant plan with the government or whomever or the different organizations, people don't have to be lining up for food banks. So as much as I'm not here for William and Kate and the royal family, I know they have the funds and the connections that will help people. So if the projects that they're working on are successful, people can get help. So, and that for me is the most important thing. Will he do it? I don't think so. 20 years from now, we're still going to be talking about this, which is what I think. Vanzola says, well, some people are born without fully developed. That is true. I think he has one. He just refused to use it. Laziness. I don't think he has an issue. This is his issue. I think it's laziness. Doesn't want to do the work. He wants to get the credit, not the work. And I think this is the problem with him growing up always hiding behind Harry. If Harry was in his position, Harry might have been the same, because Harry is the way he is now because he's always had to do the work. He's always had, he made mistakes and he had to change because they were always on him. And for them, it was attack on Harry, which it was, but it also helped Harry to grow up. It also helped him to learn how to change, how to grow, how to fight for himself, how to go out there and do the work. That's why Harry is, in America doing what he is and away from that mess. So yeah, let's see. Michelle says Willie wants to be his little bro. Oh, he wants to be what his little bro is, a global statesman. That's why QE2 sent Harry out to the Commonwealth nations to foster goodwill. After 9/11 happened, it was Harry who first came to the US. Yeah, exactly. And is it because William couldn't do it? I don't think William would want to do it. I don't think William at the time, I think William was the part-time royal. It wasn't until Meghan came into the picture that William and Kate became really full-time royals. And obviously the Queen saw something in Harry that, Harry was willing to go out there and do it. So yeah. Let's see. Bonnie says William first needs to have a good heart and remove the hate for his brother he needs a lot of change on himself. Yeah. I agree with some of this. Absolutely. And he also needs to have people around him that will challenge him. If you don't have people around you that will challenge you, or you just have yes people that are just like, yes, sir, and afraid to talk to you in those rough moments, then you're not going to change. You're not going to grow as a person. Yes people, we have a King Charles is the same way. Not one person that works with King Charles will ever challenge him. Ever. He doesn't hire people who will say no to him. And it's been that way for most of his life. And that's why he has gotten into all the pickle that he's gotten into, because people would not say no to him. And William is in that same boat. Let's see. Church Nelly says he doesn't want to work. He wants the acclaim, but doesn't want to do the hard work. Yeah, exactly. That's been his issue. And the press hasn't helped with this global statesman nonsense that Simon Case brought into the picture, which really severed his relationship with William. It was Simon Case who had them go on this nonsense, like trying to make him into this global statesman. I keep saying salesman. He couldn't sell his way out of a paper bag. I don't know why I keep thinking that, but global statesman. It's like, this is not a global. Unbelievable. Let's see. Church Nelly, I'm telling you, it's been 21 months of support and love. I am telling you, thank you. Says thank you. Thanks, Bettle and Squaddies, for all your prayers, well wishes. Love you all. Thank you, Church Nelly. Thank you. And yes, we will be praying for you. And I'm so happy you're part of our community. Thank you for being a member of the 2 Cents crew. Thank you. Oh, wait. I just saw. Okay. Mashar says, I don't see Willie as being lazy. I see him as incompetent. He has no people skills and, frankly, doesn't know how to act or know the proper words of humility to say. He doesn't know diplomacy, which is very true, but which is very interesting to me because for so long people have always been saying that since he was a child he has been trained for this role of for being the heir or being the Prince of Wales and eventually being king, that he has been trained in this role. I mean, there were times when they were talked about the queen or the queen mother would take him and he would have lunch with them and all of those things, and that was part of his training. And they did that separation thing with him and Harry, and he was the one that they trained. So I am always amazed that William is at the level that he is. That they're I mean, I don't know what were they talking about to him about? What was the training? What exactly did they say to him? And what did they do? Like, what are the steps they took him through? Because the income, and I'm so happy you put this out there, Mashar, because yeah, he is truly incompetent. I'm like, what training did he have? Because that has been the narrative, the press narrative for all this time, that he's basically been in training all his life. And you don't see any of the training at all. So amazing. Let's see. Little Max says, Vanzola Adams, LOL, you guys have jokes today. I guess William is Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. Maybe he's drinking too many Bud Lights, allegedly. Don't know what his issue is. I mean, different people have talked about his drinking. Don't know if that is a part of what the issue is here. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's just, yeah. But he's been able to hide it because he knows the press will put out ridiculous articles like this. So, yeah. Let's see. A couple more before we go on. Yasmin Page. Hello, Yasmin. Yasmin says that William is all mouth. He was used to not thinking, but only showing up for the party. He has no idea what to do. He doesn't know where to start. He forgot how to think for himself, which is a lot of the royal family. They do all the work. You just show up and smile and shake hands. Now he says he wants to do more, and now he just is like fumbling around because he does. And one of the other things is that he doesn't read the briefs, whatever briefs that his team gives. He hasn't read some of it. Charles used to do the same thing and then show up to things really unprepared. I'm assuming he's learned from that. So William seemed to have been following that path. Just show up and assume you know what to do and then be fumbling around. So yeah. Anyways, moving on from this nonsense. Maybe someday in the work, William, maybe we'll read an article 30 years down the road that William finally has decided to do some hard work and finally find his voice. 30 years down the road. Anyways, what else is happening? Is that all I got? Let's see what else is happening. Oh, yes. Can somebody tell me how many articles that we're going to have to see of this? I'm assuming now, I think we have about 50 articles about Prince Andrew's home that Charles supposedly wants to kick him out of, and that Charles wants him to go off to live at Frogmore Cottage, which, by the way, apparently it's been a year and nobody is living at Frogmore Cottage. And somehow Kate Manzi, we remember Kate Manzi is the one who lied about Harry, claiming that Harry never offered to pay and for his security. That is the Kate Manzi here. And again, back to this article. I mean, we've had like 11 versions of this, and somehow Kate Manzi comes up with exclusive. And I'm like, how is this an exclusive when we've already seen about 50 versions of the same story? And we don't have to read the story to know how Prince Andrew is not going anywhere. He's not moving to Frogmore. He's not giving up his lease. We don't have to read any of it to know this is just, again, nonsense. I mean, the only thing that, according to Kate Manzi, we knew Charles was funding Andrew, because how else would he live? He doesn't have a job. So we knew that. But she is claiming that Charles gives him in excess of $4 million and then $3 million for security. And they're claiming that Andrew is, he basically has, I would saying, private security. But I remember when, because this whole thing with security, which was the only thing about any of this that I was interested in, I remember when they were trying to serve Andrew his paper from Virginia, and they had the people, whoever those court people are, that go to serve you with a warrant or serve you with a whatever those things are from the court, that, you need to address this court issue. They go serve it to him. One of the things that came out of that was the person who was serving it to Andrew, the people that he encountered were Metropolitan Police officers. Because this whole thing goes back to Prince Harry's security. One of the things that they were saying was that Prince Harry can't pay for his security, that the Met is not there so that rich people can pay for them. That's one of their big things. Harry cannot pay for security. So now we're knowing that Charles is giving Andrew apparently $3 million for year-round security. Does Andrew still have those same Metropolitan security? That's what I want to know. Because if Andrew has that Metropolitan security, then they're being paid for privately. Because Andrew, as we know, is no longer a working royal. So that, for me, is what I would hope that Harry, with his team, would look into, if he can't just find it out from one of his relatives or, Andrew himself, whatever, is if Andrew still has those same Metropolitan Police officers protecting his home. And Metropolitan Police, whenever he is mobile, Metropolitan Police is his security. Because very clearly in those documents, when the person went to serve Andrew numerous times, the people that they encountered at his gate and at the post, whatever, were Metropolitan Police officers. And so we will see. I will hope that then, again, that's the only thing that I'm interested in this mess. Because again, whoever is the security for Andrew, if it is Metropolitan Police, it is paid for privately by rich people, the same rich people that they claim cannot pay for Met Police officers. So if I was Harry's team, I would jump on this, because I know that Harry is going to appeal the case and, I guess, put it in front of another judge, because the judge who gave this past ruling has retired. So I hope Harry's team is like, let's go find out if Andrew is still using the Met Police officers. So it will be interesting. So, anyways, enough of that mess. Back to our faves. Back to Nigeria. I love this photo with Dr. Ngozi. And again, she is the head of the World Trade Organization. And if you remember back in 2022 or 2022, I think, that Meghan and Harry did the write-up for her as the Time, I think they did the Time Person of the Year, I think it is what it was. And so they did the write-up for Dr. Ngozi. So I love this photo. And of course, as we know, this was when the day Meghan did the Women's Day, the Women's Summit in Nigeria. And she and also Dr. Ngozi was on the panel. So very, very cool. And finally, back to our little one celebrating her big day today. And so we're going to end it there with her. And I'll just end it in the chat. What you guys are saying in the chat. That's all I have. And so, yeah. Thierry says, Andrew still has security, Metropolitan Police. They will keep it covered up. And that is why I hope Harry and Prince Harry has his people go check on that. Because again, that would be evidence that the Metropolitan Police and Home Office is lying about not being able to pay for security. So again, and this woman is saying that she saw she's saying that she saw the lease, and she saw the lease that Andrew is under for his home, but I guess she saw other documents that says how much he's getting paid from King Charles for living and also for his security. And so yeah, I hope Harry's team is on that, because I'd be on that, like, fly on honey. So yeah. Little Mac says Andrew's story is to distract from Kate, to connect Andrew to Harry by mentioning Frogmore Cottage. That too. That was the intent. Obviously, that was the intent. But out of that, you get little nuggets like, wait a minute, does Andrew still have that security? So yeah, definitely. Okay, I don't want to be talking about this with beautiful Lily's photo. So let me go back to the other photo. Lily's photo deserves none of this conversation. So if I'm gonna talk about this, let's put it on this and leave our beautiful Lily's photo alone. TMCD says pedo has damaging knowledge, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why Charles can't do anything to him. Andrew knows where the bodies are buried. He knows what is going on, so they can't do anything to him. If Andrew goes down, they go down. So that's why they have to keep him happy. And this whole nonsense of mostly is probably William who is driving this narrative about, basically wanting to kick him out. William has been wanting the lodge forever, to add to Mr. Homeless, helping the homeless, want to add to his portfolio. And he wants to add the lodge, it seems, to his portfolio. So I think this whole narrative stuff is from William. Anne says, as long as Andrew is on the royal property, he has security. Yeah, but he also has personal security at his door, not just the security, say, because they are in Great Windsor Park, which, for example, Frogmore, the security, it falls under that. He has security, Met Police security at his house and at his door, because again, when they went to serve him, it wasn't just, they ran into the Windsor Park security. They ran into Met Police security in front of his door, his house door. So this is more added security that he has. Now, I'm not begrudging Prince Andrew his security. Anyone from the royal family, anyone in that situation, and with that kind of statue, they need security. It's just what it is. And especially the stuff he's done, people might be gunning for him. And especially, with the people that he was involved in, So I don't begrudge him any security at all. I don't begrudge any of the royal security, because again, when you're high profile like that, you have to have security. It's just what it is that's the nature of the game. I'm just saying, does he still have the Met security? Because again, that is the one that they claim Harry could not pay for. So yeah. Let's see. Coffee Honey says _honey says, oh no, Andrew's not going anywhere. Anyhow, they want it. Andrew will give it to them. And he's not going anywhere. The guy has a 75-year lease on the property. He doesn't have to do anything. Charles could scream till like kingdom come. Andrew does not have to do anything. It's his legal right to stay on the property, stay in his house. If he does, I'm not here for Prince Andrew, but if I were to pick a side, I'd pick Andrew's side, because he has the lease to the property, 75 years, and he think he has like 50-something years left on it. You can't just kick someone out who has a lease and has been paying his rent. Now they're claiming that the place needs upkeep and all of that. Look, whatever it is, if they better not try to push Andrew too far, because you don't want Andrew spilling the beans on anyone. So yeah. But no, Andrew is not going anywhere. And again, as someone earlier says, I don't remember who it is that I clicked on, this whole Andrew yes, Little Mac says Andrew's story is to distract from Kate. Yes, absolutely, because more and more people have been again asking, where is Kate? Where is Kate? And what's going on with her? So yeah, they put that again. The story has been told 50 million times. So for Kate Manzi to be like exclusive, you're like, girl, please, please. So yes, It is definitely to distract from whatever is going on with Kate. So they don't want people talking about it. So let's throw the other, the original spare under the bus again. So yes. Um, Sonia says, Petal, I would not want the Met Police to guard Harry and his family at all. I do not trust them. I would only want them to allow security team with Harry to be able to carry their weapons. I totally agree with this statement. I totally, totally agree with this statement. So yeah, I wouldn't trust anyone in that island to support, be security for the Sussexes. And again, the Sussexes have their own security. I think one of the big issue, yes, is to carry weapons, but also to have access to the information that the Met Police has, because Home Office has access to people who are trying to hurt the Sussexes. And if the Sussexes don't have access to it, they're basically, if they go to the UK, they're flying blind. But if they get security, that's part of it, where they get access to the information, to the intelligence about people who might try to hurt them. So yeah, I totally, yes, I totally agree with this. I would not want them at all. Joan says, Petal, you missed my 18-month declaration. Oh wait, I am so sorry, Joan. I totally missed it? Was it here? Oh, I am so sorry. Wait. Okay, so since I'm looking for Joan, I just ran into, I don't know how this thing flew by me. Cookies and cream for 18 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. She says, thanks, Petal, for all the work you do every day to keep us informed. Well, almost every day, not everyone, but thank you so much. You're welcome. And thank you so much for supporting the channel for 15 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm also looking for Jones. I did miss it. And thank you so much for telling me. Oh my goodness. So I see church now. Here it is. Joan. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for putting that post, because yes, it flew by and I didn't see it. It says, Petal, as a fellow New Yorker, you have heard that New Yorkers called William puts it means stupid or worthless. Oh goodness. I did not hear that. I don't think, I have to say I don't agree with that. I don't agree that he is stupid, and I don't agree that he is worthless. I think he just does not have the work ethics to do the things that he needs to do, and he has not applied his brain to it. I don't believe, and I think if he starts, he will be good. I think he will be successful, but he has to start working. He totally has to start working. I don't agree that someone is this way at all. I mean, yeah, we all have done stupid things in our lives. Hey, hands up for that one. But I don't believe that he is worthless. I think definitely not like physically worthless, because he's worked a ton. But nor as a person, I think he has just not, they have not held him to an account. They have not held him to a standard, which is what you need to do with people. And especially someone who has the resources as William. He needs to be held to that standard. People need to hold his foot to the fire for him to do something, and stop doing, these worthless articles to big up someone who is not doing anything. And so all of those things is why he is where he is. He's never been held to doing much of anything, and people have been praising him for doing very little. And so, yeah, that can bring on worthlessness. But I don't think inherently, this is, as much as he's Prince Charles's son, but Prince Charles's work ethics, I am not here for King Charles, but King Charles's work ethics is exemplary. So he had people around him that he doesn't, that actually work, but the people that he entrusts to be, to take care of his household has not pushed him. And there are yes people, and yeah. So, but anyways, apart from that, Joan, thank you for being here and supporting the channel. I appreciate that. And yes, New Yorkers can be very blunt. We can be very blunt with things. So yeah, including myself, I have to apologize for something I said in the last episode. I apologize again to you guys for my inference that, people who don't think the way I think, something's wrong with them. And I could have said that, I should have said that differently, and I apologize again for that. So yeah, we could very well be very blunt in how we say things and how we come across. So yeah. Let's see what else. S says, sorry, Pedal, I disagree. I think William is dangerous. He deliberately went after Princess Meghan with Jason Knopf and physically hurt Harry. I didn't say he wasn't dangerous. I didn't say that. I didn't say, he wasn't, according to Harry, abusive. And we saw what he allowed Jason Knopf to do. And so, yeah, those things are there. That's, that's from his own brother, and what we've seen in evidence in court speaks to that. So yeah, I can't, there's no denying those things. So yeah. Let's see. Sonia says, I don't see the security situation changing for Harry because it was direct order from King Charles and William. It may not change, but at least we can get all the facts out there. And that's the thing, because I think Harry knew that there was a chance that he wouldn't win this, but more importantly, he would get the facts on a court document. So going forward, his children would know, and we don't have the only the word of the security people that were supposedly protected or used to protect Princess Diana, and the palace's word about what happened and why she lost her security. So whether it's Spare, whether it's the Harry and Meghan docuseries, the Me You Can See, and all the ways that Harry and Meghan have put their own story out there or in court documents, it's in legal documents so that we know what happened. So down the road, people cannot say that, one, Harry didn't try to fight for his security. They cannot say that Harry didn't want to pay for his security on his own. They can't say any of those things and all the other things that come with it, because it's in court documents. So I think it's more than just either winning or his situation changes. I think, I would assume Harry is, he knows the people, and he knows the power and the effect the royal family have on people. And so I'm assuming he pretty much figures that could be the case. But I think more than that, it's that people, it's in court records, so the truth is out there. So there would be no question about what happened and how their security was taken away. So yeah. Terry says the Royal Lodge needs repairing. Andrew does not have the money to do it. Therefore, he has to leave. Why is Fergie there? She should be ashamed of herself. Grifters. It's his home. It's his home. He has to decide. He doesn't have to leave. He could try to figure out some way to get whatever needs to be repaired. And if the royal family really want him out, they're going to have to buy him out. Again, his contract is 50 years. He has every right to be bought out if he wants it. And he has every right to, if they want him really to leave, to pay him every cent. He doesn't have to, that house could go falling right down around him, literally. He doesn't have to leave. It's his for the next 50 years. So yeah, and look, whatever his relationship with Fergie, they're best of friends. And again, it's his house. He can have whoever it is he wants in there. That's my take on that thing. I don't have any skin in this game, but if I had to side with anyone, I'd be like, that's illegally, it's his house. They can't do anything. If Andrew leaves that house, it's because he wants to, or he has decided to leave. And so, yeah, they can't do anything. And I seriously doubt King Charles will stop funding him, because, again, Andrew knows where all the skeletons are. They wouldn't want to try him. So, yeah. And I'm assuming the Queen probably could have left money for him as well. Who knows? So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Little Max says, I missed some super chats. Okay. You know what I think I'm going to start doing with this is slow down the chat, because there's an option to slow it down. And because it goes by so fast that I miss stuff. And let me scroll back up to see. I thank you so much for telling me, Little Mac. Let's see. So I think the next time I'm on a chat, I will do the slow mode. The problem with it is that when if you do it, then you'd have to wait for like a minute or two after you post a comment to post another one. So that's why I've never done it. So yeah. I am scrolling back up to see what I missed. I am so sorry, guys. Wait, let's see. Oh my gosh, yes, Lydia. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Lydia Eva Kiss. I haven't seen you on here before. So welcome. If you've been here and I just missed you somehow, welcome. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for pointing this out. Oh my word. So I am scrolling up. Oh my goodness, TMCD, thank you so much for your donation, says Ursula from the Little Mermaid to oh, bad, Ursula. Ooh. Ursula took William's voice. She hit it in the hard work that he's avoiding. Thank you, TMCD, for your donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I am scrolling up to see what else, if I missed anything else. No, I think that may be all. Yeah, I'm all the way at the top, and that's all that I see. So again, oh wait. Black no, I think I got Black Queen. Yes, but I got Black Queen earlier. So thank you guys so much for pointing that out. And again, so next episode live that I do, I'm gonna do on the slow mode. And again, the only issue with that is that when you post, you'll have to wait for like a minute or two, it'll say, before you're able to post again, just so I'm not missing things and I'm not missing stuff, because this goes by so fast that if I don't click right away, I miss things. And so I apologize for that. So, but thank you so much for pointing this out so I did not miss anything. So thank you. Let's see. I think we'll just do one more. Before we end. And let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So just to let you know, I'm assuming many of you have noticed that I have sort of changed if you look at our page, the Facts and 2 Cents page on YouTube, you will see like different sections. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you see, and I have to go and check and see how you see it when you log on to our page. Is that you will see royal stuff, and I'm going to put everything royal in that one section. And then I also do world news as well. So just so you know that you'll see me posting. So I will be posting royal stuff when it comes up. There's a lot of stuff that's just regurgitated. It's been the same narrative for like a year or two, whatever. It's just not interesting. So when their royal stuff comes up that I think, okay, we can chat about that, then I post it. But I'm also going to be posting separately. I post stuff from around the world. I've posted stuff from Congo. I've posted stuff from Israel. And I'm going to be posting from different places as well, Sudan and maybe other places, the US and stuff. And so it's there. There's no chat in it. It's just, definitely check it out. YouTube has been trying to punish me for those videos. They limit any advertising or stuff like that. I usually have to fight for it. And by the time they approve it, I literally, you don't make anything out all of those videos, but I think they're important. And one of the things, just so you understand why I do them as well, one of the things when Pamela and I started this channel, one of the things we talked about, I wanted to name it Royal Facts and 2 Cents, and her thing was like, no, do just Facts and 2 Cents, because yes, we're gonna do royal stuff, but we also want to do regular, stuff that's going on around the world. So, but when, for the first 3 years, whatever, it was all royal. And I sort of went away from what we originally thought. Pamela is no longer with the channel, obviously, as you can tell, it's just me. So, but with all the stuff that's been going on in the world, I decided, yes, these are things that are important. I don't, again, I'm getting all the time, YouTube is on my case with those videos. And so they limit everything on them. And by the time they're approved, I get nothing from those. So for me, it's like I do those things for free almost. And so, but they are important. They are important things that, even though they're not royal stuff, a lot of times the news, the mainstream press will not cover it, or they cover it with a slant and they don't tell the truth. And so my thing is, if I see it, I will talk about it. And so again, there are no chats on them. The videos are there. You can watch them whenever. But it just in case you're like, why is she posting all this stuff? It's just because it's important. We need to know it's what our world is. It's where we are in the world. And at some point, it may not affect, especially say we're in the US, it may not physically affect us now, but it will. And so I feel like we go into these things, we need to, it's better for us to go into it with knowledge, at least we know, than when it happens and it is happening, we're all shocked. Like, oh my gosh, why didn't I know? Why didn't the media tell us? Well, I am looking for what it is out there. And what I'm talking about is what I'm saying is a lot of what the media will not cover. Why? Because a lot of the media is slanted. It is slanted on, for example, Israel. A lot of the media will give you that perspective. They will not give you the perspective from the other side. And so I'm trying to give the perspective from the other side and also the middle, and seeing all the connections that are there. And so that's what those videos are for. So again, it's there, watch it or not. But again, I feel like it's important that our community know what's happening out there. So anyways, that's it from that. I am going to jet out of here. Again, thank you to everyone who hung out with us. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Church Nelly. And wishing you a very successful surgery tomorrow. And we will be praying for you, and also wishing a beautiful one on here, Princess Lilibet of Sussex. Wishing her an incredible birthday. So anyways, I'm trying to find where TMCD thing is to take this off the screen, but I cannot find it at the moment. So you're there. And again, yes, Church Nelly, we are praying for you. So yes. And also again, Rafaela's brother, definitely pray for Rafaela's brother as well. So Princess Lilibet, happy birthday. Thank you all so much, guys, for hanging out with me. Thank you to our awesome moderators who, Lydia, Church Nelly, Carrot M, Cookies and Cream, Black Queen. You are awesome. Thank you. And thank you to all of you who support, who are members of the channel. Thank you so much for the 2 Cents crew. And also to those of you who support from the chat, whether it's super thanks, super stickers, all the supers, and or just straight donations. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of your support. Anyways, guys, have a great day. I love you all. I will chat with you next time. Bye.